Hi, our guest today is Ravi Sodhi. He's with SCORE, the Service Corps of Retired Executives. So you personally have done business planning workshops.
I've been a SCORE counselor for about 10 years, and over this period, I've had the pleasure of counseling, training, mentoring over 1,000 people that have written their business plans,
Wow.
from startups to large companies that have decided to redesign or recast their business, to companies that are deciding to go into a new area, or it's a company that's been there and they want to expand or open another office. So over 1,000 people.
Wow. And so and these the business plans, like for a company that is already in existing and
Yes,
is going
yes.
to, where's the first place that people start with a business plan? I mean, they have to start where they are, but they have another thing in mind. Do they just think of it as a whole new business, or do they parlay what they have? Or
In a lot of ways, I mentioned that being an entrepreneur can be lonely. You have this vision, you're servicing your clients in an area. Your family may not always understand and be the best, support for you. Think of the business plan as a tapestry or a canvas, and it's a painting you're working on. And so, you come and put in a few brush strokes now, and you come back and you add to it. I also like to think that, and this is my bias, that the business plan is not only a canvas you're working on over a period of time, but it's also a confessional. It's like a dear diary. You went to the doctor's office, or you're on Southwest, and you're reading the magazine. You see a very interesting article in the magazine, and you decide to rip it. I mean, you nicely ask the lady at the reception if you may have that magazine, or if they'll kindly Xerox it. That idea goes into, say, a file folder, or you come and put it in your plan. And then you may have another idea for another part of the plan. You went to a game or you went to an event and you met some people. And so the business plan can be a diary. It can be something that you're working on if it's relaunching your business. And then when you're done with it, I really like to think the business plan is like a Swiss Army knife. You've now got a half a dozen people on your team. It's not the highest, best use of your time to train everyone on your team for a day when you could be getting new business or serving your clients. And so your business plan now becomes a training manual. You give it to each new employee and say, please read through it. You now understand what our team had in mind, and our company and our heritage. And I'll come back in 2 hours after you've read the plan, and then we will talk about questions you might have. Or you're about to develop a website, and you'd like to convey to your marketing or video production team a sense of your company and your values, but you don't want to spend that much time, consulting with the media consultant. You give them your business plan and say, this will give you a sense of who we are and where we're coming from. And so now it's become, the business plan has become a way of seeding your marketing and your media strategies, or it then becomes a place you go to for ideas that you want to implement.
right.
And then sometimes, back to your earlier comment, you're a small company. You're having to compete with the port or the county with large companies, and they don't know you. And so you have the ability to send in your email, your card, and a section of your business plan, so they're able to understand it's not just Ravi, individual entrepreneur, but he's got a plan of how he wants to grow and participate in the market. In some cases, we've had people share their business plan, and it's helped them get different lines of credit or accounts because they have a plan, and their persona comes through much more richly through the plan than the individual or that small business bias.
Right. How is an expansion plan different from a business plan? Or
Whereas when you're starting a business, the business plan may be geared towards launch and preparation, and I need a site and the layout. The expansion plan is a course correction. It's still a business plan, but you've been in business for a while, and the dynamics of your market change, or Walmart decided to relocate because you've done such a great job and word got out. Walmart's coming to your neighborhood, and
Right.
so now you've got your trusty Swiss Army knife business plan. You have the ability of taking it out. You don't have to write all of it all over again, but maybe there's a marketing piece where you've decided to focus on. You may be a bookstore owner, and Barnes and Noble decides to come into your neighborhood, so you're not going to move your store, but you're going to dust off and visit the marketing section or the outreach, if that makes sense.
reinvent yourself somehow to compete.
Yeah.